Okay, this is Jeremy from BeYourOwnIT.com, BeYourOwnIT.com, where we provide free tech support by the form of a free tech support forum, chat, a computer repair blog, articles, a whole slew of things that we do for you. And remember that we take video requests, which is where this video came from. We had a question about speeding up Firefox's performance. Now, I've never been much of a tweaker of my software that I use. I'm generally pretty satisfied with how things work in their original format, because once you start tweaking things, that can lead to issues. But in the spirit of Be Your Own IT, we must do our best to oblige the request. So here goes nothing. So let's open up Firefox first. And this is kind of a conglomerate of things that I found online, things that you can do. We'll start with the easiest stuff and move on to some more complicated things. The first is by hitting Control-J on your desktop. On your keyboard. It will bring up your download screen. Supposedly, if you have many of these, it can slow down your performance. I don't know how true that is, but I have seen a lot of tips out there, so make sure you just clean this up by hitting the cleanup button. Doesn't delete the files, just the record of them. Another thing you can try is check the add-ons. If you're the type of person that has add-ons or themes in Firefox, these are things that can slow you down. One way to test this is closing Firefox, going to Start, Run, and typing firefox.exe, then -safe-mode, and hit OK. This will launch Firefox in safe mode, and you can choose to disable all add-ons, reset toolbars, reset bookmarks to default, all these things. Now, what I would try to do is I would disable all add-ons and continue in safe mode. This will disable all add-ons, and if your speed is of the blazing variety, now you know it was probably one of your add-ons. And when your add-ons are under Tools, Add-ons, you can see they're disabled. I only have one, but you may have a ton. So you can uninstall them one by one if you're not using them, or make sure they're at least disabled if you're not using them. On to a few more of the more advanced things. There's a hidden configuration, well, not so hidden, but there's a configuration browser within Firefox that you can bring up by typing about:config in the address bar and hitting enter. It'll bring up this configuration screen for Firefox. The first thing you want to do is type in the filter here, browser. Whoops. This will just filter through all this stuff rather than having to scroll all the way down to it. And then what we're looking for is browser.session. So let's do that. I suppose I could have typed more in, but browser.session history, max total viewers. Now, what Firefox does is, from what I understand, it stores a lot of the pages so you can go into the back. When you use the back function up here to go back and view a page, it stores all sorts of those. So that can slow you down. The way to just get rid of that is double-clicking on this and changing the -1 to a 0 and hitting OK. Another thing you can do is first let's filter for pipelining, and now you can see there's quite a few here. The first one, the one that we're going to talk about first, is going to be the network.http pipelining. Without getting too technical, when Firefox downloads a page or anything for that matter, it takes packets in order, typically. It starts one, completes one, starts another, completes it. What pipelining can do is you can if you have a fast connection, I wouldn't recommend this if you're still one of the people out on dial-up and stuff like that, but if you have a fast connection, you can set it here by double-clicking on it to automatically make it true, just to toggle it on, and then go below it here where max pipeline requests is 4, you can change that to maybe 15. This also controls the maximum simultaneous downloads that you can do. So if you have a bunch of if you're the type of person that downloads a lot, you know what I'm talking about. Where you might have like 3 or 4 as your maximum only. When you're downloading maybe movies or music from websites, it limits you in where it has to complete one before it maybe starts that 5th one. Well, now we set it to 15 or 30 or whatever you feel like setting it to. That can help you. Now there is a point of diminishing return there, so I wouldn't go too high, but that's another way. And then the other one was one that I see is max persistent. Let's try filtering for persistent, or maybe max. Here it is, max persistent connections. We're going to look at per server. This you can also increase to maybe the same number that you have for the pipelining. I would keep it in line with your pipelining connection, and that can also increase the number of connections that you can do, and can speed your overall browsing performance. There are a couple other utilities out there that I've seen recommended. One being the Google Web Accelerator, where if you just type in Google Web Excel, that's one. Or another one is called Faster Fox. It's a Firefox add-on right here. Don't use them both at the same time, but both seem to come highly recommended. So I hope this helps you speed up your Firefox a little bit, and remember to drop by BeYourOwnIT.com, and we'll help you out. Email us at support@BeYourOwnIT.com. Thank you.